Hello, creative friends. Happy Thursday, February 3rd, 2022. Hello, creative friends. Happy Thursday, February 3rd, 2022. Here tonight to share a fun fold card with you using the Flowering Fields suite. Here tonight to share a fun fold card with you using the Flowering Fields suite. Here tonight to share a fun fold card with you. I think there's an echo. I'm trying something new with Zoom and Facebook Live. So hoping that this works out, but we'll find out. So I want to share my projector and show you the suite here. Let's see. Might share my screen. Let's see here. All right, so this is the Flowering Fields Designer Series paper that I'm going to be demonstrating tonight with my Fun Fold card. And I'll be using the suite of products from the January through June 2022 mini catalog. So this is the suite of products, and this is the Designer Series paper and all of the coordinating colors that go with it. And then this is the card, the Fun Fold card, made using the suite, the stamp set, the paper. And this is a Fun Fold card that I was inspired to make by Susan Campfield. She's a fellow Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I found this on her website. And so I appreciate those people who share their instructions and ideas, because I get a lot of inspiration from that. And hopefully I can share that along the way. So these are two different versions of the same card. And you'll also notice that there's some dimensional tulips on this one. And I'm going to show you the pieces for those and how those come together fairly easily. You may not want to mass produce the card using those 3D tulips, but if you have a lot of time, you may want to. The dies definitely make it easy. So this is a card, and I'll give you the dimensions for that here in a second. And I do want to show the product. So the dies for the suite, the tulips dies are here. And I have a couple of the cutouts. So this is like a border die, and it shows this is the die, and that's how it's cut. And then all of these little pieces look really funky, but they're the ones that come together to make the dimensional tulips. So there are score lines in them when you cut them with your cut and emboss machine, and they fold over like that. So you can see, pretty simple, that's one of the pieces. So that would be the outside piece. And then there's an inside piece here that goes inside. And again, this is like this piece here, and then this piece, or no, I'm sorry, this one, I think is this piece here, the outside piece. And then there's this piece that also goes on the inside. Anyway, so these are all cut out using the dies, and then the other dies also coordinate with the Flowering Tulips stamp set. And so this can be cut out with one of the dies. This one here, the leaves and the stem can all be cut out using the dies. So these coordinate together. And as far as the card goes, well, let me do the tulip first. So, so this tulip, I'm going to show you how easy this is to do. And this like V-shaped one petals, if you just kind of give it a little bit of kind of roll it on your fingers to give it a little bit of dimension, and then use a Stampin' Dimensional for the back of it. And that goes on one of these single individual petals. That just gets placed over the top of that. So you have it like that. And then the easiest way that I learned from another demonstrator as well is just to use glue dots to adhere this to the, so this gets adhered to the back then of this. And then there are just folds around, and you can use your glue as well if you prefer glue. The glue dots, I'm not a big glue fan, so the glue dots make it easy to attach. And then there's your dimensional tulip. There's also a this one's, you know, bigger tulip. There's also the one that makes a little bit of a smaller tulip, and then you can make, using different pieces, you can make different tulips. This piece right here is cut out of the another die set, just in case you're wondering. So this one here is called Picture This. It's in the annual catalog, but it cuts out a bunch of circles with the stitching kind of, or texture on the inside of the circle. So I liked that and used that. As far as the dimensions of the card go, so the dimensions of the card are, you're going to start with a 5.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, or piece of cardstock. Now, the sad part about this one is that you can't get 2 cards out of one piece of cardstock, but you can get the pieces of the card out of one piece. So this is a 5.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. It's scored at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, and 7. And then you have a second piece that goes over the top that's going to be 6 by 3 inches and scored at in the middle at 3. Right. And then this just gets folded up accordion style for the card part, like so. And you'll want to use your bone folder to crease those edges. So you'll do that. And you'll want to crease all the edges. And then you have some additional pieces. So let me bring back in the sample here. So you have some additional pieces of designer series paper that you need, that I used 4 of them. So there's 4 pieces, and they are 1.5 by 5 1/4. And then the designer series paper for this piece, these are 2 3/4 inch squares, both of them for here. And if you wanted to, you could always do this as a white piece of cardstock rather than DSP, or textured with an embossing folder, if you wanted more room to write. And then this piece is 5 1/4 by 4 inches for the inside. Okay. And basically that's the card. So once you fold that part up, the accordion style of the front, and attach your DSP to these, each of these sections, then this piece folds backwards and gets attached to the inside here and to the outside here. And I recommend using tear and tape, just it might hold better. Glue dots are pretty sturdy as well. Or you can use your glue, but again, since it's kind of has a mechanism, and needs to be a little more sturdy, I would recommend something tape. You can use your Seal Plus as well. Is going to be a stronger hold than just your average seal or even the glue. Okay, so that's how that card comes together. Again, this is the finished one here, and I just wanted to come on and kind of share this with you. I love the suite of products. There's another stamp set and set of dies that are part of the product suite, and of course all the coordinating embellishments that go with it. So that's all I have for you tonight, and just wanted to share, if you do place a $25 Stampin' Up order on my stampinsiblings.stampinup.net store, I will send you the pieces to make the card. So the card kit, everything except the stamped images will be included, and you can make your card. So as long as you use this host code and $25 or more, and I will mail you the card kit. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me tonight or whenever you're watching this. And your comments are always welcome. And hopefully I have inspired you to go out and be creative and to work with this set. I hope it's one of your favorites as well. The paper is absolutely beautiful. So, and just again, just such great color and patterns. So anyway, so bye for now. I'll see you again soon. Thanks again, and happy stamping. Take care.